when you're shipping abroad, it's gonna be expensive no matter what. Hey girlies, welcome back to another video. If you're new, welcome, join the family, and if you're returning, hey, hello, how are you? In today's video, we're going to answer your vendor questions, and I'm also going to show you step by step on how to find the right vendor for you. Quick disclaimer, so all these answers are from my experience and from my own research. Remember to do your due diligence and doing your own research after watching my own video. I'm going to look down my screen just because I have a few questions that needs to be answered and I don't remember on top of my head. So number one, how thick or how many microns should your jewelry be? So that's question number one. So I always recommend the thicker your jewelry is, the better. 1 micron or higher is better. Less than 1, I would say usually stay away from that, just because that means it has a thinner layer of gold. And when it comes to gold plated jewelry, just know gold plated means that they're applying a thin layer. So the more micron it is, the thicker it is in that gold plated over the jewelry. So for necklaces, I usually recommend about 2 microns or more, but a lot of vendors don't display what microns they use on their jewelry, so you're always free to ask them, or you can always simply see from the looks of the jewelry whether it's dull or rusty. The more dull, the more rusty the jewelry looks, indicates that is of less quality and it's of less micron. So I would say stay away from that. The more gold it looks, the more cleaner, the more smooth it looks, the better it is. And especially if you're getting something in sterling silver or stainless steel. Usually your fashion jewelries are usually less than 1 micron, and also your price will always reflect whether you have good quality material or not. You can order and sample and take the further step and testing your sample. Moving on to the second question I get is, how do I create trust when it comes to selling jewelry? You just open your business and it's your first time selling jewelry, or it's your first time introducing this product to your new customers, and you want to make sure you can create trust, because some jewelry can cause green skin, sensitivity to the skin, so not everyone is willing to give their money or to spend the money on a new upcoming brand, right? So how do you create that trust? So there's a variety of ways you can create trust, especially if your jewelry is good, you have tested it, and you're confident enough to sell it to the market. So here's a few things. You can post reviews. So I always recommend posting reviews because your customer will feel more comfortable in seeing a review and knowing that you have had other customer purchase from you. So if your customer can rave about how good your product is, how long lasting your product is, and let's say you are just starting out, right, and you have no customer at all, right? So a great way to get reviews is to get your friends to leave reviews on your website about your shipping. Say you have given out some products to your friends, right? And they're kind of more familiar with your product, so let them know, hey, in exchange for you getting this free product from me, can you please leave a review on my site? Whether it's them leaving a review about how great your site looks, how great your product looks, how wonderful your customer service. It's a great way to accumulate reviews before you get any orders. So once new visitors enter your site, they can feel a little bit at ease knowing that people have purchased or have used your product before. Another way is to have social proof and have images of your customers or your friends. So the more pictures your customer can see of people using it, of a variety of people using it, the better it is. People like to see that other people are using it and people are purchasing from you. Why images are very important, because people are seeing it from another customer's point of view and not from you as a seller. It doesn't matter how great you think your product is, But if no one is raving about your product, no one cares, right? Next thing you can do is just to be clear and honest about the material type that you're using or that you're selling. So if you are using a cheaper quality material, just be honest. Let them know that you are selling this type of material and at this price. And usually, even if you don't say it, people are smart. They're gonna notice it by the way you price your jewelry and the way the jewelry looks. So just be clear, because there's customers for every material type. There's customers for alloy, there's customers for sterling silver, there's customers for stainless steel, there's customers for pure gold. So no matter even if you're selling the less quality type of material, just don't be afraid. Just know that if they're not the right customer for you, the right customer will come along. To the next question. So I got a question saying, I'm ordering a sample, but shipping is expensive. Is that right? So it's possible that you can get an expensive shipping price. In my experience, my shipping has been expensive. It has ranges around from $30 to $40 because my provider, my vendor is using DHL. With DHL, they deliver in like 2 to 3 days, and that's why it's expensive, because I'm getting the order from international. Even when you're adding DHL to your own site, you will notice that your shipping rate will be expensive, because when you're shipping abroad, it's gonna be expensive no matter what. So you can expect for your shipping to be high when it comes to DHL. Even if you're ordering one sample, it's gonna be a lot. So I always recommend that if you are getting a sample, you just have to take that risk and that investment and buy it and pay for it. And if you're buying in bulk, always make sure to get the most out of that time of purchase. So instead of just buying 50 items and you're gonna need it in 2 months again, just buy 100 or 150 pieces so you can avoid paying expensive shipping price. As far as e-packets go, I'm not that familiar with e-packets, but from what I've heard or from what I've read, e-packets tend to be cheaper just because they take almost up to 20 days for you to receive it, and that makes a lot of sense. The less time it takes to get to you, the higher it will be, and the more time it takes to get to you, the more expensive it will be. So usually the average shipping rate for e-packets tends to be 12 to 15 days, and at most 20 days. And usually it will be your most inexpensive shipping rate to get to you. I'm going to show you guys step by step on how to find the right vendor for you, so you can get your jewelry brand started. Okay, so I have answered some of your questions and shown you guys a step-by-step. I hope this video was very helpful and answered some of your questions that you may have. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, let me know how you felt, let me know what video you want to see next. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media pages, including my personal and my business. And don't forget to use my YouTube code as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.